Not that you have found yourself necessarily on the actual crossroads in your life, my gorgeous Gemini, but what actually happened within the last year, you have been affected a little bit. Something specific was really, really slowed down to the point where you have just a little bit lost yourself. And I'm talking about the period and the stage within the last year. So there was something so important that you were working on that means to you so much, but that particular thing just got slowed down a little bit and it threw you out of balance, and you almost even forgot about what part of your life this actually was. And what is going to happen at the beginning of this, there is this specific person who is about to let you know something. This specific person in your life is going to reach through, it's going to reach forward, and this person is like your messenger, like someone who is pretty much so a rather consistent in your life, and every now and then that particular person tells you something. They give you certain information, they give you certain news, they fill you in with specific things. So this particular person in your life is someone who is rather consistent, who is about to get in touch with you at the beginning of this week, and you're going to find out a really, really good news. So this good news that you're going to find out is pretty much so going to reflect on that part of your life that was slowed down. That's some kind of something that you've started or something that you were working on that means to you so much, and you're ridiculously passionate about this stage of your life. But hey, sometimes things take a different turn, and that normally means that along the way, in between now and then, there were quite a few specific things that you had to go through in order to learn about yourself emotionally, to be actually prepared for this. So you have learned a great deal of things when it comes to yourself, when it comes to your life over the last year. But this is a lot to do with your emotions. So certain things had to be in check when it comes to your emotions. For example, in order for you to actually get to this stage, to this point of your life. And so this message and information that you're going to have, my gorgeous Gemini, it's pretty much so to do with that aspect of your life moving on. It's really going to surprise you, okay? Because you will know that this part of your life, that it's like, oh my God, something is happening. So there's this message and news. It's going to be a good news about this aspect of your life moving on. You will know that you are going to be able to make an important decision, like really, really important decision. Now that things are moving on, things are going to start looking up for you like there is no tomorrow, and you have been waiting for this moment in your life for a really, really long time. So instantly you are going to elevate your energy, elevate your vibration, and instantly this information and message that you are going to get from this person, this consistent person in your life, someone rather consistent in your life. This message that you are going to have, it's like God, this is going to mean to you so much, because also like almost instantly you are going to get your confidence back. You instantly are going to gain a strength back, and this is because of your self-esteem was affected over the last year indeed, but also at the same time you are gonna have something very much so specific on your mind. It's not about as such this part of your life moving on, something happening, you know, but it's at the same time more about you being able to, you will understand completely what am I talking about, because after that moment in time you are going to be able to do something really, really specific. Okay, to transform something very, very specific in your life into the actual reality. Okay, so it's about transforming a certain goal to become the actual reality, my gorgeous Gemini. You will be able to carry on with something so important to you. It's all this confidence that you're going to feel, confidence about your own success, but also confident about like manifesting something really, really specific here. You're going to be confident about your power. So that message and information that you're going to gain from someone, it's not just all about, oh yeah, this is moving on, it's great. No, baby, no. But it's about a mental amount of confidence in the craziest possible way, but positive way. crazy amount of confidence, you are going to be having, especially when it comes to you feeling so confident about doing something really, really specific, where you will know at this stage of your life that this is going to bring you an imminent success indeed. So this is going to not only like elevate you, make you feel so happy, I like it so much, but it's also like there's so many ideas that you're going to have. You are going to feel so excited now about, your future. And I like it because you are going to be like in this planning mode, and you're going to be so grateful, so grateful, so grateful that you can actually carry on with this like particular part of your life. But it's more about being able now knowing that you are able to manifest something really, really specific indeed. So you are gonna be in this planning mode, and I really like it because this is something that is gonna rejuvenate you, and it's also gonna be the time where you are really gonna feel very strongly to do something like a spiritual, to do something really spiritual, whether this is gonna be like smudging your home a little bit, like cleanse the negative energy, whether you will feel like you wanna ground yourself, spiritually center yourself, whether you're gonna feel like you wanna like kind of meditate a little bit. But you will want to do something very specific also when it comes to your spirituality that you haven't done in such a long time. So perhaps even it could be like maybe smudging your home, or maybe just walking within the forest, maybe sitting by the river, sitting by the sea, whatever you consider the actual something spiritual to be. But it's more about you not doing something in such a long time. Now suddenly you're going to feel like, I want to do this as well. And this is also like such a brilliant sign, my gorgeous Gemini, that a very negative stage of your life slowly but surely came to an end. Wherever there is an end, there is the new beginning as well. So this is all about a new start for you. This is all about the new beginning, but it's more like a restart, and the actual new beginning, This is so, so, so important. And also, my gorgeous Gemini, when it comes to the beginning of this week, that I've been saying this for a while now, the problem in between you and somebody else, somebody in your life, somebody very specific, somebody very important to you, somebody very close to you. This problem is still kind of going. This problem is still being unresolved in between you and somebody else. And this is like a family member, or it's someone like someone extremely close, like either a family member, or it's either like a friend who you know for absolute years, because our friends who we know for absolute years, they become like a family member. It's the same energy, really, to be quite honest with you. But it's just really to do with someone like probably a family member that you have kind of fallen out with quite a while back, complete disagreements, and after that moment in time, because you disagreed about something really, really specific, and you didn't want to back off, and they didn't want to back off, and it just became worse and worse and worse. And it's easy for me to say, no, just go with this flow, but I know how difficult can sometimes be if we have a disagreement with somebody who's so close to us, like a family member, because it can be very, very kind of, oh my God, scary. And especially when people are being just as stubborn. So you were stubborn about like some kind of point, and they were stubborn as well, and none of the parties, you didn't want to back off, they didn't want to back off, and this now just ended up being like a bit of a mess in between you and them. And this has affected you like a lot, because this is someone who's very close to you, very important to you, and things were up and down in between you too. But it's more about from your side of view, you can't understand that they can't understand you, and then from their side of view, it's like, well, they can't understand why you can't understand them. But you need to understand that this life is too precious, and you just have to find some kind of a balance somehow. And you have to understand that sometimes, yes, the life can be really difficult, but we don't obviously have to agree on everything. But because this is something so kind of, so ridiculously sensitive subject, and I know you know what I mean. This is like kind of make things even even more sensitive, you know. So this is what you need to understand, that, you know, it's all about you trying to understand who this person is, my gorgeous Gemini, and try to reconnect with them. And I know that you find this extremely challenging, but this is important. This is really, really important for you to understand, like, oh my God. And I do know that this particular person that I'm talking about, it's like someone in your life, and as soon as you like kind of like, as soon as someone mentions that person, or as soon as that person is around you, you become extremely defensive. And now, like, there is you are going to become aware of like an important how do I say, like a meeting, or you're going to become aware of an important situation where you are going to come across that person. Dun dun dun. No, I'm joking. So you will kind of know that you are going to need to go somewhere where you're going to be around that person, but this, what you're going to find out, it's almost going to be like with an element of surprise. Oh, can you just go there and go for lunch with that person, meet with that person or something, you know? And that instantly, as soon as you hear this, you know, this is going to surprise you. But then again, it's not going to surprise you. It's going to be like half and a half, kind of. But the bottom line is that you are going to feel immediately like kind of challenged, you know? So when you feel immediately challenged here, my gorgeous Gemini, it's all about you kind of like understanding that you're going to need to kind of talk to that person. It's about some kind of important conversation that you're going to need to have, an important collaboration that you're going to need to have. And I know that you're going to feel like, oh, I don't want to do it. But no, baby, no. You have to change your mind. You have to change your way of thinking. You have to ground yourself. You have to recenter yourself. You can meditate a little bit. Spend some time in the forest. I know it sounds crazy, but you hug a tree a little bit and you exchange this absolutely mind-blowing energy, and it cleanses your like aura quite a lot. It cleanses your energy quite a lot, and it helps you like kind of elevate yourself and see the specific situations that are driving you crazy, you know, from a completely different angle. But it's like, I know it's hard to explain, but the forest makes people really, really wise. Hugging a tree makes people really, really wise. Grounding yourself, just touching the ground for like 5 minutes and just closing your eyes and exchanging this wonderful energy, this makes you extremely wise. Especially when it comes to needing to have a balance in order to reflect on things that are touchy, feely, that are making us feel super sensitive to like kind of think about, you know, for a second, let alone to reflect in order to make a decision, like to meet up with a certain people that are like, oh my God, no, baby, no. So, you know, there are certain things that you can actually do as soon as you find this challenging. And let me tell you, as soon as you become aware of you kind of like needing to meet with that person or talk to that person, you need to kind of like I know you're going to feel challenged, but you also need to understand that this is going to be one of the wisest choices of your life that you're going to make when you say yes, when you go meet up with that person, because something is going to happen. Something is going to start changing. Something is going to surprise you. You're going to think that so it's all about leading towards an important conversation that you're going to be worried about, but it's actually going to work out mind-blowingly good for you. It's something it's really going to surprise you, and you are going to be kind of left with a very, very kind of amazing choice. Like also something is going to be offered to you, or like some kind of choice is going to be offered to you, that you will know that at that moment in time, you know what, you are actually about to turn the whole new page here. You're about to walk through a whole new door here. The new portal, it's about to open, and this is when you're going to realize the importance of that person in your life. I'm not saying that you didn't realize the importance of that person in your life, but it's just someone it's about to surprise you in the best possible way, my gorgeous Gemini, and I really like it, because also at the same time, slowly but surely, a very negative stage in between you and that person is actually going to come to an end. Okay, so don't put things off, you know, that you need to sort out. It is very important when you feel put off, like kind of to go to meet that person and talk to someone who's like really intimidating you and things like that. No, baby, no. There is going to be a sweet, a little delicious surprise for you there in every possible way. And I mean this, important indeed. By the time you get to the mid part of this week, my gorgeous Geminini, it's basically, like you are going to be thinking about something really kind of specific here at around the mid-week. And what are you going to be thinking about? It's like you will want to do something for like somebody who means to you so much, somebody very specific. It's actually going to need your help. And that particular person who is going to need your help, it's someone in your family, and it's someone who is like kind of like, or some like really great friend, someone who is struggling with something, but you are literally the only one who has got a relevant experience in order to kind of help them out. There is a certain experience that you share, and you're the only person who can actually help that person, and this is going to come to you completely intuitively at around the mid-week. And I know that you're going to feel extremely creative first of all, and you're going to be like kind of doing a few different things. You're going to feel like you have got lots of energy, and you will kind of like when you find yourself creative, there is something really specific that you will want to do, that is going to be on your mind. You will want to express yourself in a really specific way by doing something that you really like. At a time of creativity, this is also like kind of brings our concentration levels up, but at the same time it makes you ridiculously psychic. And this in itself, so at the time when you feel so creative at around the midweek, you will be doing something, you will be working on something, and you're going to feel like a very much so concentration levels are really high up, and you will be enjoying yourself most importantly, because when you feel really creative at around the midweek, you will be the one who is going to kind of, oh, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, but you're going to feel ridiculously optimistic and ridiculously positive. And the bottom line is that you are going to have some kind of a very kind of psychic information, intuitive message that you are going to have. And this intuitive message that you are going to have, it's really going to make you aware of like something. It's really kind of like going to be on your mind, how you want to explore something, and at the same time, the more you become aware of the fact what do you need to explore, the more you're going to realize that this is actually going to be brilliant for your happiness, but it's also going to be brilliant for your success, but it's also going to be brilliant for your financial situation, and it's also going to be brilliant when it comes to like you understanding, ooh la la baby, this is like a part of like a fresh inspiration and part of the new direction. But even most importantly, you will know that you are going to be able to protect your life and to protect your assets. While you're doing this, you will know that this is going to kind of help you to protect your assets, but it's a lot to do with you also understanding the power of like taking something so important now on when it comes to your life, and it's to do with you being a bold leader of your life, my gorgeous Geminini, because this is going to lead towards you being extremely decisive. So you're going to need to make an important decision, and the decision that you're going to make, it's not only going to motivate you when it comes to your life, you're going to feel really kind of excited about this, but there are people around you that are also going to be motivated, and someone really specific who's extremely close to you is going to feel so motivated as well, and that is going to make you feel even more kind of ambitious and even more driven, and it's going to like kind of like it's going to make you feel good, even better about yourself and about doing this in your life. Indeed, by the time you get to the last part of this week, my gorgeous Geminini, it's like basically, so yes, it's like I like this so much because you are going to be quite happy, because you are going to be thinking about some kind of accomplishment. You're going to become aware of exactly like of an accomplishment that you've had, and you're going to feel so pleased with yourself. So it's all about, oh my god, I feel so proud of myself, I feel so pleased with myself, because it's about some kind of accomplishment and that you're going to be thinking about, and of course that you're going to become aware of this accomplishment, and this is going to be like a highly successful time of your life that is going to make you feel so good about yourself. But even more so, now you are actually going to understand slowly but surely that you want something more. You're going to become aware of some kind of accomplishment, some kind of success. You're going to be happy. You're going to feel amazing. But you're going to realize that you want more out of life in the best possible way. And also you will realize that you want more in terms of the actual finances and things like that, which is nothing wrong with this whatsoever. So, from one stage you're going on to another. So you become aware of this amazing accomplishment in your life, about success in your life, about something that you've been working on, about something that means to you so much, about the success that you expected kind of to happen. So you were kind of aware of this anyway, but it's always a good thing, you know what I mean, that the things work out to be like this. But at the same time, as soon as you become aware of this, my gorgeous Gemini, you will want more. And this in itself, it's absolutely the right thing to do, because you're going to feel like, you know what, now this is not about a success, it's not about an accomplishment as such, but it's about me wanting more, and it's about me knowing that I am able to transform my life after this moment in time. And you will know exactly what do you need to do, because by this stage you are gonna get a different picture about those things that were scaring you, those things that were slowing you down, those things that were preventing you to move on, those things that were making you feel dark, those things that were making you feel anxious, those things that were making you feel depressed, baby. This is all about you getting a completely different picture here, getting a different perspective when it comes to this. And this in itself, it's also, again, gonna make you feel so confident about yourself, confident about your success, but also let alone the fact that, you are kind of healing here, you are evolving here, you are releasing yourself from such a heavy bondage, my gorgeous Gemini, and your life was restricted for such a long time, and now you're coming out of that restriction. So this is going to be absolutely enormous, and you getting a different perspective, you getting a different picture, with all this, you will know exactly what do you need to do in order to transform your life here. This is important, and let alone knowing the fact that you're getting released yourself from the bondage, from a very negative and stale energy that just kind of has put you in that mode where your hands were tied at the back for way too long. So now you're coming out of it. Now you're going to be able to move into all sorts of directions, my gorgeous Gemini, indeed. And so, this is absolutely brilliant. And also at the same time, when I say that you're going to need to kind of transform your life, it's like you will know this different perspective and different picture and a different angle this is all bringing you. It's going to not only kind of show you what exactly you need to do, what option do you need to kind of go for at this moment in time, but it's also going to show you what exactly adjustment do you need to make, what sacrifice do you need to do, because something will go, something will need to go, something is slowly but surely coming to an end. And you know what, when you find out what slowly and surely came to an end, you're actually going to be really happy and really excited about this indeed. And also, this is all gonna lead, my gorgeous Gemini, towards you having a bit of a hermit mode towards the end of the week. And the hermit mode that you're going to have, it's just basically now you needed this hermit mode, so you will be surprised where this is coming from. You're going to feel it's going to last only one day. You're going to feel very deep. And this one day that you're going to have it around the end of the week, you're going to feel extremely deep, not down, not sad, not negative, but it's the hermit mode. You're just going to kind of you will want to gather yourself with yourself, by yourself, enjoying your gorgeous energy, Gemini. But you're going to feel like you want to be by yourself. But sometimes you also want to express yourself in such a way where you really visit the forest, or you want to meditate. A lot comes out on us doing something spiritual, like a grounding ourselves or meditating ourselves, or maybe you will just want to lie down for a few hours and just chill out and do nothing. But the bottom line is hermit mode. It's like going to take you in, and once you're taken in, you're going to be thinking about lots of things that you normally don't think, and there is something very specific going to come to the surface. And what is going to come to you, it's like more just a confirmation, like, about all this, one big confirmation. It's gonna come in you kind of really being so excited and enthusiastic and optimistic about your future. You're not gonna be able to kind of like help yourself, but not to be so enthusiastic in the best possible way. But you're also going to realize how important it is for you to do all this and to move on with the times, because you're going to be able to kind of like make a dream real, make some kind of a dream real. And also there is going to be such a positive message about your finances that you're going to get, that it couldn't have happened at a better time. And what is going to be playing such a big role here, it's you becoming aware of some sneaky little bastard here. You're becoming aware of someone really, really sneaky here, and cheeky and naughty and rather selfish, but you're becoming aware of who this is. It again couldn't have happened at a better time, because this particular person is primarily going to be responsible when it comes to you still finding this a little bit difficult. There is some difficult choice that you're going to be facing as well at the time, because maybe you're just going to be worried about the process of change, and that's normal, that's natural. But at the same time, you're becoming aware of someone very sneaky and cheeky and selfish and not really nice. This is only going to contribute towards you actually, oh my god, what, I absolutely had enough. It's only going to highlight the specific choice that you kind of would find really normally difficult, because it's to do with an aspects of your life that you may not feel prepared to go towards at this stage of your life. But this is only going to be a sign, your indication that this is exactly what you should do. It's going to inspire you even more. It's going to inspire you even further. Your spirit is going to be raised, and your passion, it's about to be ignited like never before. So now, my gorgeous Gemini, I'm just going to shuffle these oracle cards, and I'm going to see what is going to be an oracle card of the week. Okay, so I'm just shuffling these cards, my gorgeous Gemini, and I'm just checking and seeing what oracle card you are going to have this week. Oh my lord, here we go. It's a little sign from the spirit that you're going to have. Okay, there is going to be a spirit, the actual spirit around you this week again. This is very important, because this spirit, there's something is going to be different about this spirit. You know why? Because this spirit is going to want to make themselves known to you. So at around this week, and I would say it's going to happen at around the midweek, my gorgeous Gemini, and this week is in between the 12th and the 18th of December 2022. You are going to be visited by somebody very specific. You're going to be visited by the person who was in your life. You will be visited by someone who is, still in your life. By someone who, by someone who is still in your life as in spirit, but it's more about somebody who used to be in your life, who became like your guardian's angel or your spirit guide, someone who comes through backwards and forwards every now and then and lets you know, what exactly do you need to do, or what exactly do you need to pay attention to. So it's going to happen at around the midweek, my gorgeous Gemini, when there are spirits around us. This is not any spirit, yeah? This is someone who was in your life. Okay? So this is a pretty much someone really familiar, and you are either going, before that spirits make themselves known, you're either going to smell something like the perfume or scent smell of that person, like a perfume, or maybe some kind of food that person used to cook, or maybe like tobacco if they were smoking, maybe some kind of perfumes. Yeah, I said perfume. Maybe you will feel like someone at the back of your at the corner of your eyes, like when you look, there is no one there. Hello, darling. Do you know what I mean? It's like, but there is someone there. Do you know what I mean? Or you can just feel like a sudden temperature drop. It suddenly becomes really, really cold, and then like, oh my God, a big mama is here. Do you know what I mean? The spirit is here. So you will know. Or maybe something is just gonna fall off. Or maybe you're just gonna feel someone is around you. Maybe you're gonna hear a certain voice. But trust me, it's going to happen. You will be visited by this spirit. And I want you to understand one thing, is that spirit wants you to move on with your life. And that spirit wants you again to reconnect with someone again in your life. You see what I mean? The spirit wants you to reconnect with a certain person in your life who you've fallen out with, the one that I spoke to at the beginning of this reading. This is what the spirit will want you to do. It's important. And also at the same time, this spirit wants you to pay attention to what is even more important, is as soon as you become aware of the spirit, as soon as you know someone is there, you need to really reflect immediately. So you get scared, oh my God, someone is here, do you know what I mean? But you need to my tarot cards are falling over. But you need to really reflect immediately and pay attention to, so as soon as you become aware of the spirit, the first thing you need to do is pay attention to what was on your mind. You need to release this negativity. There is some huge amount of negative energy on your mind, and it's crazy. This huge amount of negative energy is primarily responsible for you not moving on quicker, not moving on sooner. So you need to understand this. As soon as you become aware of this spirit, pay attention to what you're blocking yourself. I can assure you that you will realize, oh my God, what you were thinking at the time when you saw this spirit. That's why the spirit is coming forward, to let you know, to release this negative energy. You're thinking very negatively about the certain aspect of your life that is slowing you down, that is preventing you to move on. So the spirit want you to understand that you have to really release this negativity and be open-minded and say to yourself, I'm going to do it. I'm being negative. No, I'm going to do great. I'm going to do really well. And in fact, in exactly 4 months' time, your life is going to be on a completely different level. You will be enjoying things you never thought that you will enjoy in your life. You will have things around you that you haven't got now. Your life is going to be completely different in the best possible way. And you will see exactly what I mean. Because by you paying attention to what the spirit is trying to let you know, you're releasing a huge amount of negative energy. But without even knowing, without even realizing, you are about to walk through the door, new portal, which is literally going to change your life. Okay, my gorgeous Gemini, thank you ever so much for watching my videos. I'm sending you brightest blessings, lots of love, healing, peace and light to every single one of you. Thank you ever so much for watching my videos. Sasha Bonasin, Psychic Medium. Love you. Bye.